Hi you guys, my name is Cherita. Oh, welcome to my channel. Alright, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about Derrick Jaxn. If you guys don't know who he is by now, I just assume that you just haven't been on Twitter. Or Black Twitter for that. I'm just going to assume that you've just been minding your business, which is fine. But I am here to explain. I'm just here to explain. So if you guys are interested in this video, go ahead and keep watching before I get started. Make sure you click subscribe for new content whenever I post. And also do not forget to click the notification bell so that you are notified every single time that I post a video. Let's get started. And yes, I'm feeling this blue, you guys. I think I might keep it for a while, but we'll see. All right, I don't even know where to start because there are so many layers to this story, kind of. All right, so Derrick Jaxn is a relationship guru. This man, in a nutshell, he panders to women. That's what he does. He tells women what they want to hear when it comes to relationships, dating, all that advice kind of wrapped into one. Now here's where it gets interesting. So I've known about Derrick Jaxn for quite some time. However, now you guys know I'm terrible with time. I'm just going to say maybe 2-ish years ago, maybe a year and a half, maybe a year ago, maybe yesterday. He had posted a picture of his wife on his social media. And I don't remember where it started, but I want to say it had something to do with, I want to say it was on Instagram, and somebody was maybe trolling him and said something along the lines of, how can somebody with no wife, give all this kind of advice or whatever. And I think that's when he posted a picture of his wife or something and was like, oh, funny that you say that because I'm married, blah, 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 blah. Now, I don't know if he had posted the picture of her. It just went down something like that. That's just what I remember in my head. Well, then he did a dedicated post to his wife. And when I tell you people were shocked and surprised, they were bamboozled because they're like, he's got a wife, but he never shows her off. And I'm not saying that that's necessary for a relationship, but for somebody like him and the advice that he gives, you would think that he would show off his wife, talk about his wife at any chance that he can get because he is pandering to women. Now, men saw right through it. Men were calling him a simp. They were calling him, just all types of things because they were like, yo, this is not how men operate. This is not how men operate. He's just telling you what he thinks you want to hear. And a lot of women, for the most part, were just like, I don't know, probably calling, those men haters or jealous or I don't know. However, I've never been a fan or anything towards Derrick Jaxn. Something just always felt off with him. I probably maybe watched a few of his videos that were on Facebook, but I never subscribed to him on YouTube or Instagram or anything like that. I saw a couple of his videos and that was that. I didn't intentionally look for him. I just saw his videos and was kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. But then also I'm single AF, so I really don't care. And I probably lost a lot of you guys right now, but that's fine. That's fine. I still have my opinions. So maybe about a week ago, Derrick Jaxn got caught up and was called out by one of his mistresses for cheating on his wife. So when this came about, and most any other celebrity or public figure, when they get caught cheating or somebody puts out allegations of them cheating, everybody is always like, well, how do we know? They're probably just doing it for clout. Blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. Well, here's the thing. Tasha K, if you guys don't know who she is, she's a, like a commentary tea channel, Wind Down with Tasha K. She actually spoke to one of the mistresses, and the mistress was giving a lot of facts and details that a normal person probably couldn't give unless they were in the presence of Derrick Jaxn in his home. So when that started coming forward, you know, some people were making videos here and there. Ooh, Derrick Jaxn got caught cheating, this, that, and the other. And my whole thing was, well, we haven't heard from Derrick, nor have we heard from the wife. And those are the two most important people that we need to hear from before we can start putting, you know, details together. I want to say Tasha K came out with her video, and then the next day, Derrick Jaxn went live himself on YouTube, Facebook, whatever. The video is now deleted, but, you know, we got some people out there sleuthing, and it's been re-uploaded, and I've saved it myself. So I will link a video, and if it happens to be deleted, then you know what, then maybe I've got to upload it. I don't know. But he made this long, it was like a 20-minute video, and he was talking about how him and his wife were separated. Now remember that for later. They were separated. She wasn't wearing her wedding ring. The woman who Tasha K had spoken with, I think her name is Candace, and he said that they had a sexual relationship by nature, but they never had sex. But Candace told a very different story, talking about how they was hooking up in the bedroom, the bed of Derrick and his wife. She was giving, you know, pretty detailed events of what happened, what, you know, it was a lot. It was a lot. And Derrick just, basically he was saying that the relationship was emotional but it was sexual in nature, whatever that means. Then he went on to say certain things like, then he just started bringing God into everything and was like, God is making me a better man. I started, you know, like trusting God more in this, that, and the other. And my wife finally came back home and yada, yada, yada. And we're growing in this, that, and the other. By the time that live was over, Tasha K had another woman on the phone. Not Candace. Another woman on the phone talking about her experience with Derrick Jaxn. Y'all cannot make this up even if I tried. So when that person came out and then mixed with Derrick's lies, people just started, they're like, oh, we're done with Derrick. We're done with Derrick type situation. Now, you guys know how I feel about cancel culture. I don't think cancel culture is real. I don't think it's a thing. I don't think people 100% ever get canceled. The people who usually do get canceled happen to be Black people, but it's usually Black people in white spaces. Derrick is a Black man in a Black space. So, like, before I go more into it, I think Derrick will be fine. I think he'll be fine. However, there were people that were, especially men. You know how men are. They're like, see, we told you about Derrick, but y'all didn't want to listen to us. He's a fraud. He's a this. He's a that. And then, of course, some women, you know, their little feelings were hurt because he sells books. Oh, and during that live, he was like, well, if you purchase my book, boy, don't nobody care about your book right now. We want to know the juicy details. We are nosy. We're nosy. We want to know what happened. So, you know, he's still selling his book. Some women are hurt, but then women are saying, but what, you know, but he was making points. The things that he was saying are true. He sells merch that says Black men don't cheat. They do. You are one of them. Derrick Jaxn. Proudly, Black men don't cheat. But whatever. So after the second mistress came forward, The very next day, Derrick Jaxn and his wife, what is her name? Okay, so Derrick Jaxn and his wife, Danae, got on camera, and y'all, it's a mess. So first of all, they get on camera and they're literally like holding hands the whole time. But like Derrick has her like in a vice grip, it looks like, you know, it's just like very like, I want people to know that I love you, girl. I love you. And poor Nene, now here's the thing. People are looking at it different ways. So she showed up in what everybody's calling a bonnet, but it was a knitted hat. But the way that the knitted hat was fitted on her, it looked like a bonnet. She had on glasses. She had on a shirt, it was black, and it was just a plain black shirt, not an ounce of makeup. And I'm not saying that she has to, you know, look a certain way in front of the camera or whatever. But, you know, then you have Derrick, and he's got, you know, his muscle shirt on, titties looking bigger than mine. Like, you know, he was, you know, holding her hand, but was like flexing the whole time. He looked great. So did she. She's a beautiful woman, but she did not put her best forward. And homegirl just looked tired, sick and tired. And at one point, so remember the day before, Derrick got on camera and said that him and that Candace girl, they never had sex. They had a sexual relationship in nature, but they never had sex. And then they get on camera the next day, and he's talking about, well, he's talking about, I just wanted to tell the whole world that I have been unfaithful to my wife. It's been as serious as sex to just kind of hanging out. Oh, so you were having sex with women. You were stepping out on your marriage. Oh, okay. Then he went on to talk about how they were separated and, you know, she wasn't wearing her ring. She wasn't living at home, blah, blah, blah. Now, the reason why I talk about this separation thing is because he has a whole ass video where because he does vlog, he sits in his car and he talks to the camera. I guess one of the questions were, if I'm separated from my spouse, is it still cheating if I, you know, sleep with somebody else, or can I have relations with somebody else while me and my spouse are separated? And I'll give you one guess what he said. Yeah, he was like, no, until you guys are divorced, you guys are still married. So you cannot have relationships with anybody else other than your spouse, even if you guys are what? Separated. When Will and Jada went through their little thing, when Jada had to talk about her entanglement with August, who was the first one? Derrick was the first one talking about how, oh, even though they were separated, Jada should not have stepped out on her marriage. Sir, you are the type of person that you try to keep women from. Everybody should have seen it. They should have seen it. He's very do as I say, not as I do. He does not practice what he preaches. It's giving very narcissism. Like, if he would just admit that he was a narcissist, that'd be great. There's this guy that I follow on TikTok, can't remember his name, but he is a narcissist and he actually goes to therapy for it. And he talks openly about his narcissism. That'd be great if Derrick could do the same. But no. He prefers to pander. He's pandering to women. He's telling them what it is that he thinks women want to hear. And majority of women do want to hear it, apparently. So poor Danae, she got to speak her piece. And basically what she said was how before the world knew, her and Derrick had already, like, she had found out all this information, which is funny because it contradicts everything. Because She said she found out about his infidelities and then moved out. So Derrick was not having these infidelities while they were separated. Well, yes, he was doing it while they were separated as well. But it started because he was doing it before they had even separated. That was the cause of separation. And she was saying how she wanted to see him change, you know, like the best form of apology is change behavior. And she wanted to see him grow with God and this, that, and the other. And that that was kind of one of her biggest things, is she wanted him to have a relationship and grow with Christ and what may have you. And now I guess they're trying to work things out. But maybe we'll do another video on Danae. She has put out a series of Instagram posts that are very long, like captioned very long. And it sounds to me that she is so insecure within herself, and she's been insecure. And the way that she speaks about Derrick, she speaks of him as like this God almighty being, and she feels like she's not good enough for him. And that's the kind of person that he can manipulate. And it sounds like to me, and this is just my opinion, it sounds like he's taking full advantage of her and her insecurities. Then you have this stupid, oh, Jesus Christ. Then you have this stupid narrative of the way that Danae came looking on screen, which again, she didn't have any makeup on. You know, she just had on a plain black shirt. She had on a knitted hat, glasses. I don't know what she was wearing from the waist down, because they were sitting down on a couch. And then people were like, well, look at her compared to the people that he was sleeping with. Well, when you get married, maybe you shouldn't let yourself go. First of all, how does she let herself go? Because she's actually very beautiful. Just because she doesn't wear makeup, but I thought men didn't like that. Just because she doesn't wear tight clothing, I thought men didn't like that. Just because she's not out, twerking all over the place, I thought men did not like that. I thought it was all about natural. Right? Isn't that what we are told?
She in her living room, but if she knew they were going live, she could have at least calmed her head. This might be why he had wondering eyes to cheat. Woo! You told me! You wouldn't catch me dead looking like that. Men like to be with women that know when to look her best. That doesn't matter. She could still put herself together. She needs to love herself. Whew, you guys are killing my ass. You're right. It's possible that he cheated because she doesn't look good. Got cheated on. Got cheated on. Got cheated on. Got cheated on. Cheated on. I know you lying, not Beyonce. Somebody spilled the tea. Or should we say lemonade? Is this thing on? Got cheated on. Got cheated on. I said my face bomb, ass tight, men cheating left and right. Cheated on. Not Kim Cat. Cheated on. You guys are right. If women just look better, their men wouldn't cheat. But wait! Are the same women that say that women get cheated on because they don't look nice the same women that say that if you have to do all that hair, all that makeup, all those outfits, you don't love yourself and you're not really pretty? Okay, thank you.
And I guarantee you, because even in one of her posts, she said something along the lines of she was obsessing over the women that her husband were liking on, the posts that he was liking on Instagram. And she would try to emulate their hair, their style of clothing, their makeup. But guess what? That did not keep him. Because guess what? A cheater is going to cheat. Like, that's all there is to it. Beyonce has been cheated on. Halle Berry has been cheated on. So miss me with the beautiful, this whatever is going to keep a man, because it's not. A man is going to cheat, period. If that's what he wants to do, he's going to do it. So stop the comparison of women. That's number one. And the other thing is, a lot of people are telling Danae to leave Derrick. And of course, most people would be like, you know what, leave, whatever. And I personally think that she should, because not even just based off the fact that he cheated, but it's her insecurities. And I can only imagine how much worse her insecurities are going to be now that the whole world knows that her man done cheated on her, she needs to love herself first. And then she can find somebody who truly appreciates her. Because I do not see Derrick appreciating her. He's out here telling women this, telling women that. But I bet you if Kiki off the street came up to Derrick and was like, my husband cheated on me and, slept with women, even though we were separated, you know what Derrick would say? Leave. But not before you buy my book. Like, it's sad. It's really sad. And let me tell you, if Black Twitter is going to do one thing, is they going to clown. The tweets, the memes, the TikToks, the videos, y'all, on my back, screaming. I might actually interject some throughout this video, so maybe you've seen some already, but good job. I'm proud of y'all.
I'd rather drag my bare coochie across the gravel in 103-degree weather and then wipe it off with a fucking cactus than hold a nigga's hand on live as he tells the whole world he's cheated on me in third person.
I'm proud of y'all. If we're gonna do one thing, it's gonna be clown. So I wanted to circle back to being, Derrick not showing her off on social media. I feel like that was probably something that caused a stir, a ruckus, if you may, within their relationship, because during that little hand-holding session, Danae did say, because Derrick said something along the lines of, me keeping her hidden, because when I tell you nobody knew he was married, nobody knew he was married. And there's a difference between keeping your relationship private and then just hiding somebody. And I feel like he was hiding her so that it would be easier for him to go out and cheat. Because he was saying all the right things. Women were finding him attractive because he is an attractive man. And so it was easier. So during their little, couch session, Danae said something along the lines of, yes, and I will be featured more on his social media. And I was like, and if, again, these are all different situations, but this is an issue that I personally had with somebody that I dated. And my issue wasn't, oh, I'm not plastered all over your social media. It's you share every single thing about your life except me. That's an issue. We all go out together. You take pictures of you and your boys. You post those. You take pictures of you and your cousins. You post those. You take pictures of you and your friends that are girls and you post those. But you can't post a picture of me and you. I mean, yes, call me dumb. I know. But that's how I feel that Danae feels. Because he posts, damn near his whole life. And when he talks about relationships, it's a perfect time for him to use his own relationship. Because people like that. People like to hear experiences. But this man never, ever talked about his wife, his marriage, his kid/kids. We don't know. I don't even know how many kids they might have. We don't know. And again, hide your kids, hide your wife, but not like that. Keep them safe, yeah. But so I don't know. It's a whole mess, but it's mess that I am here for because I am nosy, and the mess does not involve me. So let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. Let me know if you think Derrick is a simp. Let me know if you think Miss Danae is on her last string. Let me know if you think she's going to leave. Because at this point in time, sis looked tired. She looked like she was over it. So yeah, if you So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. Also, do not forget to link up with me on my social media, especially Twitter. All of that information will be down below in the description box. And if you want more of me, you can sign up for my Patreon, or you can sign up for my membership here on YouTube. Please do not sign up for both because they both reap the same benefits. And until my next video, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Excuse me. Ooh, what is her name? Deandria. Oh, shit. Diana. Ugh.
Give me up, I wanna. Gotta work, go berserk, I gotta. Know you gon' wake up. Know you gotta get your cake up. Don't matter if it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it's my time, my own.